Welcome back to On The Volley, the Celtic edition of On The Volley. And yes, you guessed it, I'm here to talk about Celtic versus them lot down the road. 4-0, baby, 4-0. Oh, what can I say? But let's be honest. I mean, did we have any doubts? I projected a 3-1 or 4-1 win for us. And to be totally honest, I thought they would score. But they had nothing, absolutely nothing. I mean, we're miles ahead of them. It was just like playing any other team. I didn't expect that, to be totally honest. I actually thought that maybe the first half would be tight and we'd come alive in the second half. But hey, wasn't to be, was it? It was just an excellent performance, and a lot of us predicted it. I mean, there was a lot of nerves before the game, and, you know, that's normal. If you look at the results, I mean, they beat Union Saint-Gilloise, I can't pronounce it, in Europe. Not really a great team, but hey, they did what they had to do. But I think the main one that maybe had us a little bit wondering was their game against PSV. They drew 2-2 at home to PSV, and they won 1-0 away. How PSV lost to them, I don't know. But there you have it. Now, I'm going to go through the goals, but before I do that, I just want to point out something. I actually want to say to Barry Ferguson, the expert. Oh man, what you got to say now? Because boy, you must have some egg on your face. Now, I saw a clip where he was saying, oh yeah, you know, Celtic deserved it, so on and so forth. But the guy was squirming while he was talking, and rightly so. He should be squirming. I mean, you come out, okay, and turn around and say that Giovanni Van Bronckhorst has sussed out Ange Postecoglou. Yeah, right, because Ange only has a plan A. Ange just come out and said, you know what, as long as his plan A keeps bringing the results, he's not going to look at any other plans. That's the way they play, and he's going to stick to it. Why would you change a winning formula? I mean, it's not just Ferguson though, is it? We've been hearing this from last season as well. Oh, Ange only has one plan. We've heard it from our supporters as well at the beginning of last season. And I think the reason for that is because we were quite, I'm not going to say worried. We didn't know who Ange was, but we definitely know who Ange is now. I think Chris Sutton said it perfectly. He said, well, he tweeted actually, Ange's plan A worked quite well. Superb display from Celtic, an absolute pumping, but still only 3 points. Nothing is won in September, and from Rangers' point of view, it was rather embarrassing. But at least Alfredo is easing his way back into condition. I thought that was brilliant. Well done, Chris. Loved it, mate. Loved it. Had me in fits. Now, Jim Spence had something to say as well. Basically, he turned around and said, tweeted, however you want, you know, I tweet, Instagram, whatever. He said it. This Celtic side are on fire under Ange Postecoglou's management. Quite politically, he's going to cost a fair few managers their job. He's basically tweeted that Postecoglou's going to cost more jobs than Margaret Thatcher did. Yeah, but he says that, and I understand where he's coming from. But who's going to take their place? I mean, you know, the other teams can change managers, but who's up to Ange's level? Yeah, I can only think of like the massive, big managers, Ancelotti, Klopp. Yeah, am I exaggerating? I don't think so. I think we'll see that Ange is going to prove everyone wrong, and he's destined for bigger things. I just hope he stays with us for as long as possible. As you all know, my English team is Arsenal, and they're on the box now. It's Man United Arsenal, but I need to get this video done so that keeper can post it, so I'll watch the game as soon as I finish. For me, this is our priority, believe it or not. It is what it is. What can I say? Anyway, look, I'm going to go through the goals quickly, yeah? Because it's not just about the goals, and I keep saying this, it's not about how many goals we score alone. It's about how we score those goals and how we play our football, which is very, very important. The way we play our football leads to the goals. So it's one thing to another, if you like. Anyway, so let's go to the first goal, yeah? The ball goes to Ken. He tries to go past, well, he actually goes past one of our players, and then he tries to go past Jota. Jota wins the ball off him, okay? It comes off Ken and goes out for a throw-in. Jota wasted absolutely no time, yeah. He ran straight to the ball, picked it up, done the throw-in, okay, into the box, and you've got to give it to O'Reilly. The guy just basically stretched his leg out so as to get the ball and knock it across the face of the goal. And who was there? Abada to smash the ball in the back of the net. 1-0. What I will say though, yeah, the keeper actually got a hand to it. So should he have done better? Could he have done better? Who knows? Who cares? It's 1-0. That was all that we were worried about. I would like to point out another detail. Rangers had 5 players lined up basically across the face of the goal. 5 players, okay, lined up across the face of the goal, in front of the goal, and we still managed to get the ball across and score it. Well, what more can I say? Then we get our first talking point of the game. Abada's in their box. It's clearly contact. There's clear contact there, and it's a stonewall penalty. I mean, Stevie Wonder could see that was a penalty. But, oh no, the referee didn't see it. Okay, right, so it wasn't given. That's all right. It wasn't going to change our game. It wasn't going to change how we play. And we know that that's going to happen at times, okay? So that's fair enough. We just got on with the job. Next thing you know, we get a free kick. Free kick gets taken quickly. Ball's passed to O'Reilly. O'Reilly, fantastic defense-splitting pass. And Jota did a great job. Great control, okay, and a great goal. I mean, he just dinked the ball over the keeper. 2-0. Third goal. another great goal. Okay. Jota passes it to Taylor. Taylor to O'Reilly. O'Reilly across the face of the goal. And there you have it again. Across the face of the goal. And Abada's there to knock it into the back of the net. That's 3-0. Now for the fourth goal, round of applause, you've got to give it to the keeper, McLaughlin. Okay, great assist for Turnbull. I mean, what was the keeper thinking? What was he doing? I mean, he had no pressure on him whatsoever. But hey, we're not complaining. We didn't need the help, but we'll accept it. 4-0. Game over. Well, game over was in the first half, really. When we were 3-0 up, end of the first half, game was already over. Look, the closest they came to scoring was a great diving header by Callum McGregor. And Hart had to do a diving save. I mean, McGregor was just trying to, you know, clear the ball. There you have it, 4-0. But look, the video's not ending here, because what I'm going to do, as you know, I'm not going to repeat myself, or maybe I am. I said we were going to beat them. I said we are miles ahead of any team in the league this season. No one's going to touch us. I've predicted that we're going to do the treble. I've predicted we're going to go the season unbeaten. And at the moment, with that win, we have, in theory, gone, well, not in theory, we've gone 38 games unbeaten. So it's practically, we've gone a season unbeaten, although it's not a season. And I would just want to point out I've actually said in one of my videos, I think Ange can beat the record of 69 games unbeaten. Brendan Rodgers said it's never going to be done. I have a feeling Ange Postecoglou is not only going to beat it, he's going to set a record which no one will ever be able to come close to. That's what I reckon. Anyway, what I want to do now is I want to go through some of the comments that were put out there. Now, Dave Cook, this is what he had to say. The Gers had a bad day. Celtic are not a good team, just lucky at home, and the refs may as well wear Celtic kits. You're having a laugh, son, aren't you? Seriously, tell me it's a joke. Because Stevie Wonder can see we're miles ahead of everyone. Look, I'll give you another piece of advice. Wear is spelled W-E-A-R, okay? No offense, son, it is what it is. But everyone's entitled to their opinion, but please, let's keep it real. Next comment. Summit today. Okay, I don't know if I pronounced that right, okay, but you can see how it's written, all right? They said we haven't been tested yet. We say we still haven't. Hell. Completely agree with you, completely. We haven't been tested yet. Our test will come on Tuesday, and I think we will beat Real Madrid. I've said it more than once. I'm convinced if we play like that, I can't see any other result. The worst that can happen is we'll draw. In my opinion, my humble opinion, that's how I feel. I could be proven wrong, but I don't think so. Mark Owen says, men versus boys from start to finish. Dominated all over the park. Really pathetic performance from the Rangers. Don't even want to single out any players for special praise, as everyone was unreal. Jens coming off the bench and still strolled it. We never fucking stop. Agree with you, 100%, Mark, 100%. Richard L. Why the Oz football management forced this giant of a man out of his job all those years ago is one of life's great mysteries. Unforgivable. Good luck, mate. Knock 'em dead. I hear you. I saw the video clip of the interview with I think it was Fraser, the guy's name. It was ridiculous. Glasgow boy says they called him a nobody, slagged his name, said he will do nothing at Celtic, said he'd be sacked before Christmas. The big man's dad will be proud. 100% agree. You did. Well, I don't know if that's the accent, but you did. All right. Right. When Ange first signed, some Celtic fans were a bit angry that we'd signed an unknown name. But as soon as I heard, I went and did my research and saw he'd had success at every club he'd managed. I was more than happy after that, and it has surpassed my expectations. Best manager we've had since Jock Stein. I only hope he stays for a good few more years. He's an ambitious guy though, seems to love Celtic. 100% agree, it's exactly the same thing I did, okay? When I asked my boys, I said, who's Ange Postecoglou? No one had a clue who he was. So I actually went and did my research, and I just thought to myself, this man is definitely bringing success to Celtic. And so far, so good, can I say? And last but not least, okay, this is going to be the last one that I read out, okay? KK, who watches our channel and is a contributor, very much appreciated, just like everyone else. He wrote, yes, Celtic is very lucky to have Ange. The sad thing was, when he was first appointed, the internet was filled with disappointment and disbelief from Celtic fans and ridicule from Rangers fans. Meanwhile, people from Australia and Japan were telling you otherwise. Now Celtic basically have two 11s they don't have a plan B, but are hungry for success. It goes to prove that the fans don't know everything. And if Celtic fans could have cancelled the board's decision, Ange would never have been appointed, and he makes a good point there. You should put a statue of not only Ange at Parkhead, but also the guy responsible for pointing him and ignoring all of the noise. 100% agree, 100% agree. And he's already a legend. He's already earned a statue. You could say I'm exaggerating, you could say it's too early. We'll see. I'll see you after the game on Tuesday. I'll see you after we've beaten Real Madrid. Me, Shah. I'm out.